The journey of Airbnb from a small air mattress rental company to a multi-billion-dollar startup is inspiring. And one of the key factors in this success is 11-star experience that they have put in the heart of every experience. So in this video, we are going to look at what 11-star experience framework is and what can designers learn from this and implement in their designs. Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia were friends and they started this company in 2007. Since they were both designers, they wanted to attend a conference in San Francisco, but all the hotels in that area were booked. So they thought that there is a need for this problem and a lot of people will be looking for the spaces. So they decided to rent the air mattress on their floor to the attendees of the conference and name their venture Air Bed and Breakfast, which is Airbnb today. And they soon realized the need for this, and this is not just limited to the design conference but for a lot of people who are visiting another city and thought of building this as a business. Initially, the idea is very simple. They will rent out the extra mattress in their house to the strangers coming to attend conferences. But soon after, they realized that the market opportunity is huge. People are not just looking for a place to stay, but they are looking to experience the culture, the environment of that place. So they thought of adding experiences to it, and which essentially became the Airbnb we know today. The need of experiences, the community and the place around actually led to the foundation of 11-star experience. Since the people wanted not just to book the place but also to experience the host and the environment, they started by taking the places of the host's home and put it on Airbnb. But that's when Airbnb founders learned a very important lesson. Designing an experience and scaling an experience are two different things. While designing an experience actually happens in a different part of the brain, scaling of experience happens in a different part of the brain. While designing an experience is intuition based, it's an empathetic process and you have to think about it from end to end, and scaling is mostly about analytics, optimizations and looking for alternatives. So what they realize is they have to first design an experience which works for a lot of people and gives the best possible experience, and then they have to figure out how they scale it. And that was actually the foundation of 11-star experience that we are going to talk about. So let's first define what 11-star experience is. 11-star experience is an experience which goes beyond the traditional scale of 5-star experience or a 10-star experience. It essentially talks about creating an experience which goes beyond what people can expect. It's so memorable, it's so exceptional, something that nobody would have imagined. And Airbnb actually followed it by using the 3 factors. Number 1, they focused a lot on the design. Second, they focused a lot on hospitality. And third focus was on storytelling and what they actually talk through every single space on their website. Hey, let's pause for a second. I hope you're learning great stuff here. I'm just here to ask you, if you are, make sure to subscribe so that we can keep bringing back fresh content for you guys every single week. Also, we have a special recommendation for you at the end, which will make this process even easier for you. So do check that out. Let's go back. Let's talk about design. Airbnb focused on design to make the experience very fluid. So if you think about the experience of their app, they made it visually appealing. They take good pictures of the property and package it really nicely. All the information that you're looking for has made seamless and the experience is really good. From the first search that you make on the website to the last step where you make the payment, it's seamless, and they have focused quite a lot on this through design. Secondly, they focused on hospitality. Airbnb helped the host create a space where the people feel that they're staying with friends, not strangers. They have given local tips and all sorts of those kind of help to the host to create any space into an environment where people would love to stay. This approach to hospitality created a great sense of community and being together approach in both hosts as well as the people who are staying, the guests. Finally, they focused on storytelling. They have taken every single space and crafted a story around it of how that space is different, what makes this space different, unique, and what makes the hosts unique as well. So they let hosts tell their story. And also by understanding that people will be staying there, they have crafted some experience for them which helps build this connection between the host as well as the property. So it doesn't just remain a stay but something more than that. So this is the core of every experience that Airbnb has built. But what about 11-star experience? It is something that was defined by Brian Chesky multiple times, where where he says that, let's say, a 1-star experience is when you reach a property, ring on the bell, and nobody opens it for 20 minutes. A 3-star experience would be that you ring the bell a couple of times and the person invites you in the home. And similarly, think about a 5-star experience. You reach, you find all the nice linen, everything is cleaned up, they have made sure that you find water bottles in the fridge and stuff like that. But when we talk about a 10-star experience, it would be something like you are getting down at the airport and there is a person waiting for you with a cab. And 11-star experience would be something like you get down from the flight and there is an orchestra waiting for you and things like that. So it's really about thinking how can you go above and beyond to actually serve the needs of your guests. So now that we know what 11-star experience is, let's talk about what are some of the lessons that we can learn and implement it in our designs. Lesson number 1, put yourself in user's shoe. By understanding the users, you'll be able to create the experience that they need. You'll be able to understand the pain point, why they are visiting, and how can you help them do it better. In the early days of Airbnb, founders actually talked to the guests one-on-one and understood their problems and understood challenges faced by them and how can they improve the rental service. For example, they realized that photos on the platform uploaded by hosts are not really good, which creates a doubt in the minds of the users and they are not actually booking it. So they actually took cameras, went a lot of houses in New York and uploaded pictures. And there are a lot of case studies which show that they actually doubled their booking after actually changing this picture from shabby to nice looking pictures of the property. So that actually gives you the first idea. First, you have to look the experience from the user's point of view and use good quality visuals to actually give the confidence, create that trust in the minds of the users. The second lesson that we can learn from this is listen to your users and take feedback if they are passionate. Find the people who are passionate about your product. In the early days of Airbnb, founders actually took pages of notes from the experiences of the host and the guest and how can they make the experience better, which ended up becoming the product roadmap. So get the users who are passionate about your product, listen to them and actually get feedback from them early in the process. Lesson number 3, always be listening. Your customers can give you great insights into it. Early in the process, Airbnb realized that the customers are giving a lot of good feedback on how to actually scale. And they were very receptive of all the feedback, which actually made them scale faster. So here's the advice, always listen to your customers. Lesson number 4 from this experience, think about different creative marketing strategies and serve your customers. Putting things in perspective and thinking of creative ways to market your service is a great way to actually reach out to the customers. And always make sure that the creative campaign is either based on solving some problem or actually some aspiration they have about their life. The Airbnb founders came up with an innovative solution on having an Obama and McCain themed breakfast in 2008, an election year in US. By doing this, they were able to create an unique and memorable experience for their guests. You also have to think, how do you creatively market your service to the people and they are actually more motivated to use it. But there is one thing, if you do not learn, you'll not be able to do that effectively. It is storytelling. And if you do not learn this, you'll not be able to do a great job at it. So to learn about storytelling, check out this video we have done with Charu Chauda, who is a lead designer at Microsoft, and she's going to explain you how to tell great stories with your product. This is all for this video. I'll see you in that video. Till then, happy designing.